how do we as women, how do we as individuals in general stop getting played? How do we stop investing in people who waste our time? Let's get into it. So for about the last year and a half of my life, every guy who I've met, every guy who I have connected with in any sort of way has literally, like without any exceptions, has been a smiled in my face, kissed on my neck, told me all those great, wonderful things I wanted to hear, but they had a whole baby mother, but they had a whole wife, they had a whole situation that they were going home to or that they weren't finished with. So I know a thing or two about getting my time wasted. I know a thing or two about being really disappointed and really hurt and just taking L after L after L and just feeling so stupid. This video is not about veganism. This video isn't about candida. It's not about working out. That was part of a big reason why I took such a long hiatus from this channel, because veganism isn't everything in my life. I will post this video to this channel, and if it's not received well, then I will just continue to post these sort of things on my separate channel. When I came back from the 3-month hiatus I took, I uploaded a video and it was just a life update. Today, I had to delete that video. I had to take it down because in that video I referenced some things that I think are counterproductive and counterintuitive to my growth and to the growth of my audience as y'all grow along with me. What I'm talking about is in that video, I spoke a little bit on dating and how I had met someone who, despite the fact that I was truly convinced that I was supposed to be alone, you know, they just surprised me and it felt really nice and it felt really great. I had to take it down because only about 6 months ago, I made a video about celibacy. And in this video, I'm gonna get kind of deep, just how I did. In that celibacy video, I'm gonna be talking about things that are more than this physical world. I'm gonna be talking about connections, energy, and the universe. Some people might call it God, some people might call it life. I'm gonna reference it as the universe. So the first thing that I wanna say when it comes to not wasting your fucking time is realizing that the universe is not going to send you something that is in opposition with your intuition. Let me explain myself and what I mean. I had decided and I had known deep in my being that I was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed by having a connection to somebody who had a whole life outside of me. I was overwhelmed by not addressing my own personal issues, my own daddy issues. I was overwhelmed by not taking a break after any of the really painful attachments and like sort of, you know, you get attached to someone and you get ripped apart and then you just keep getting ripped and ripped and ripped with each attachment, and it's so important to take the necessary time between that sort of pain to heal. And it's so important to be particular, so particular with who you exchange sexual energy with, right? Let's be real. Then I meet someone who, this doesn't go along with my plan, but this feels nice and it feels comforting and it feels fulfilling. So, well, you know, we can do the celibacy thing some other time. In my head, I had told myself, this is a blessing from the universe. If you want to call it God, if you want to call it whatever you want to call it, this is a blessing. That is not true. God, the universe, life will not send you a blessing that goes in opposition with what you in your soul, mind, body, and spirit have already decided is right for yourself. Okay, you might meet the person who you will eventually be with, but if you know that right now you have to be alone, do not be confused. This is not a blessing. This is a test to see how committed you are to yourself. I promised myself that I was going to focus on healing, recentering myself, contributing that positive energy into the things that I believed in. And I allowed myself to be distracted by someone under the claims of this person being a blessing. Big no-no. Step 1, know the truth. Know the reality of the situation. There's a big difference between a blessing and a test. The next thing that has really revealed itself to be so true is that you must discern the difference between your scars and your lessons, and know that many times the two go hand in hand. When I got involved with the person who I was involved with, I had that guard up. I had those hesitations because I had been played. So with this individual, you know, I had my friends telling me, you gotta let go of the past. You can't let that dictate how you think now. and I let go of it to a point where I wasn't holding on to the lesson. As much as it is in the past, that lesson will forever be important. That lesson is a part of my present everyday life. Trust your gut. And that's the other thing that I want to say. Trust your gut and trust your intuition, no matter how sweet and delicious and wonderful your time with this person might feel. When you go to bed at night, if you can't sleep well and you have all these apprehensions and you kind of feel like waking up at 2 a.m. and blowing up his phone, you have got to trust that, especially as a woman. Not to alienate anyone, but I know as a woman that woman's intuition is no joke. Knowing the warning signs, knowing what to look for. You learned. Every L that you took was a lesson. As cheesy as it sounds, as cliche as it sounds, every L that you've taken is a lesson. Learn from it. Do not make yourself learn the same lesson twice. And above all else, guard your heart. Guard your emotions. Guard your affections. Take your time with someone. Do not jump into bed with someone. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they're telling you. If they respect you and they truly want to invest in you, you both can put all of that temptation aside and connect. I want to know you from the marrow of your bones to the hair on the tip of your skin. You know what I'm saying? I want to know you so deeply that it's almost as if we're having sex with each conversation. That's how much you need to know someone. That's what you have to be willing to do before you exchange that energy. Because look at me now, feeling stupid, setting myself back, throwing myself off of my track because I wanted to interpret someone who came to my life to use me as a distraction, who came to my life to use me as a rebound. I was busy investing in them when I should have been investing in myself. Now, time is not something that you can get back, but I'm so much more comfortable with the things that I feel and the thoughts that I have because I know that intuition, and I know that those thoughts that I have, ooh, I have my own back. I can believe in myself and I can trust myself. So how do you stop playing yourself? How do you stop getting your time wasted by these bitches, by these cowards who have no intention of honoring, savoring you for all of the amazing, beautiful, profound energy that you are? Number one, you stay rooted in the truth. God is not going to bring you a blessing that doesn't sit right in your spirit. Number two, you trust your judgment and you trust those lessons that you've learned. You are not crazy for having your guard up. You're wise. And number three, take your time. Take your time. Nothing that you do, say, speak, act upon can control what somebody else is going to do or how somebody else is going to do you. So you best believe you need to get to know them and you need to get to see how they move before you get invested. I feel so disrespected and I feel so finessed, but I also feel so empowered because look, I'm gonna do what I need to do, baby. I'm gonna do what I need to do, and I'm moving forward and I'm moving upward and I'm moving onward, and I hope you guys are moving forward, upward, and onward with me. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys for being so receptive to me at all of these different stages of my life. And will somebody please tell me what to do with my natural hair, because this honey